both of these drafts just for this entire time, and we can see what happens. But
that first blood, and this means
Keen.
okay.
Yeah, going very aggressive up here towards the top side. Wave in. CS not exactly gigantic as we're going to check out the windowed view of Secret. Just an incredible hook.
오른 내려가.
As the Spirit is over to the side here as Jelly's going to move on in. APK will see whether they go too aggressive as 4 people will be turning up here towards the bottom side of the map. Jelly comes on in, the lantern is down as Teleport has set up a bit of control. Cover moves on over, Jelly's in trouble. He should be going down here, and the first blood does go over to the LeBlanc, and now Mystic's in a lot of trouble. Flawless moves on in there as Cover does fall down, but Hybrid is still alive somehow. Secret surviving, but Hybrid should be able to lock down this kill, and Flawless deals with the Silas. It was perfect for APK. I loved how it was utilized by Hybrid there as well as now. Bellow's Breath has to be used by Fly, has to flash the hook though as they put the pillar down. They're going for this dive as they're not going to be able to get anything done. Flawless will be falling in the trade, but that's going to be turret plates going over to the LeBlanc as Spirit tanking up all of this damage from Hybrid, and he just walks away from 3 people.
Okay, the action is just not done, Atlas, as I'm not sure if this is the LCK anymore.
This is insane, man. As yet another fight here as we move towards the top side. We've got the Death Realm coming in here as Kane has full mana, but the Death's Grasp is going to land. There's the flash from Ixu, a solo kill.
So, this is actually really interesting. Wits End on Mordekaiser. There's a, I don't want to call him a one trick, but I think he's
We got another fight. I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to interrupt you just real quick as Fly's going to die once again here in the mid lane. That's another deceive move.
And solo queue player that I guess has an affinity for Mordekaiser, and it's so interesting to see another player that is known more so for their cerebral gameplay.
Also, as we come back and there's another fight, of course, as we've got a trade of AD carries. Jelly versus Secret is going to be the fight now, as we've got a fight also around the Rip Herald. Of course, is now Keen in trouble. Cataclysm right on top of the Mordekaiser, and he's going to have that one turned on top of him. The Ornhorn comes down, but misses Flawless on the back end, and Spirit's not going to be able to catch up to him. Subjugation is going to be there for Flawless as well as now Cover trying to get on in here. The Trundle will fall down, but everyone's pretty low. Cover might be able to get some work done here, but decides that he doesn't want to risk it. As Jelly is over for like that. We'll see when Cover gets to level 11. A very important level, of course, for upgrading that Mimic as much as possible. Spirit in position, but Flawless is going to be here as well. There's the Moonlight Vigil. They're going to get a lot of damage, but multiple teleports coming out everywhere, and Keen's going to be the one that falls down. He does have the Death Realm available. Is now Hybrid going to be taken down, so it will be a one. No! Oh my goodness! Jelly was able to get him in the end there as Jelly going in for the re-engage. There's the Cataclysm onto Ixu, but he's surviving for so damn long. And Spirit, I believe, is being put into that Death Realm, but will win the fight. As now Secret goes golden. We've got LeBlanc trying to dance around, but does manage to get the lockdown onto Jelly as Fly just headbutts this turret and has to flash out to safety. Cover gets back to his distortion, and in the end, I think maybe Afrika won that fight, but honestly, I don't know.
This is such a bizarre sequence of events, and honestly, the reason level, Fly does have teleport. Now, this is not something to lose the game over. This Rip Herald.
A whole bunch of teleports coming in though as Cover has found the backline. He's looking for Mystic, double distortion, but doesn't connect it with Mystic. Does get the chain, but no stun to come down. As Fly gets a huge amount of knockups here. And this is what this composition is capable of, but they will have to deal with this LeBlanc doing a whole bunch of work. Keen, very, very low. Good snare is going to land onto Spirit as Jelly should be falling down. Cover looking for that one. Great knock-up to interrupt the distortion, but it's not enough to save his life. And as the dust settles, it's 3 for 2 in favor of APK.
Scoff at that one Mountain Dragon. It probably is giving a wee bit of match resistance as Ocean Drake is up now. And this might just be the decisive fight, because whoever wins this could potentially get back.
There's the engage immediately. Going into the stopwatch is Kane, but he's out of this fight. No Silas to be in this one as Hybrid's flashing forward. Cover into the backline, immediately gets exhausted, but he's going to be safe with that distortion. And now Spirit is behind enemy lines. Owen Wilson, what is happening? As Flawless dives on top of him. Cover's going to get over here as well, and Owen, unfortunately, is going to be falling this time around. This particular behind enemy lines does not have a happy ending.
And immediately they're actually going over to the Baron, and You know, I saw a very similar call actually this past weekend in LCS when doing a co-stream. So AFvsAPK can actually respond with Ocean Drake capture here immediately, but it looks like they're interested in trying to contest, and I don't know in what universe this is ever a good decision. They could just take the Ocean Drake, and then after APK recalls and resets, it's only going to be about 4 minutes and 10 seconds or something maybe until the Ocean Soul starts coming up. And at that point, yeah, sure, you lose mid-tier 1, mid-tier 2, bot tier 1, bot tier 2, and you give over a couple of thousand gold, but you bring the game to Soul Point, and if AFvsAPK can somehow get it inside of a dance, doesn't matter what APK's gold advantage is going to be, and they're going to do it, they're just going to do it a little bit slower, but time is of the essence. As you mentioned, behind enemy lines, okay, the Horn comes out, that was 1,000 gold that it went on to Nautilus, so...
Completely, and this Baron buff power play is not going to be a big one. Big knock up there into the backline underneath the turret as Secret gets a good play onto Keen. He gets himself out though with his proto belt as Mystic gets obliterated. Double kill already for Hybrid. Look at the amount of chakrams that he has available. The playback onto Fly as Hybrid's just chasing him out. Ixu deals with the Silas so easily, and APK immediately have the advantage once again.
APK now marching forward with a 7,000 gold lead. Teleport going onto the top lane. This Mordekaiser has a lot of attack speed. Wits End, Nashor's Tooth, a dagger to boot. This is auto attack. This on-hit Mordekaiser outlet.
Is he going to get his Rage Blade? That's my question. He needs that Rage Blade for the ultimate attack speed damage Mordekaiser build. I would absolutely love to see it as these Nexus turrets are getting obliterated. Sorry, inhibitor turrets getting obliterated. The inhibitors are to follow as well as...
That'd be an 8 out of 9 for you. That is what you're going to stare at.
You know what? Sometimes you just have to give it over to your favorites.
Cover my die!
He's going to get taken down. Yeah, Jelly secures that kill once again. He's so good at killing.
He's actually going down on the ward to the right of the Dragon Pit, and APK, they are posturing around right side river, and it might just be all that she wrote. The Cinderella story might finally go down. They have the Ren on the Callista. Death Realm is available though on Ixu.
They have to fight this. They have to fight this and try and stop this bomb from going down. But the Ornhorn not going to be coming back there as it's stolen by Flawless. The Ocean Soul is denied, and now Ixu is looking to get revenge for his fallen brethren in the backline, just trying to take down Jelly. They're still going for this fight, but the Moonlight Vigil is going to land. Mystic still alive for the moment, but Hybrid is at full health, just trying to take down Spirit. Fly in trouble as well, and these tanks don't feel like tanks right now in the hands of Hybrid. Keen is going to fall, as now Hybrid just keep watching him. The Sever keeping him alive for so long. The Onslaught trying to work out, he goes golden, but now Hybrid's going to fall down, and Mystic is going to get his revenge.
So, AFvsAPK, they end up winning the team fight overall. Death Realm available, you can't just send one person to him. He'll Death Realm the target, get the inhibitor, and maybe end up going down, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything at the end of it.
Baron's going down now. Remember, they do have Ren to try and lock this one in, and now Keen's stolen a Death Realm. Flawless has to be so careful because he's going immediately in there. If this fight does start, as now Death Realm has come down, but it's Ixu that's just beating down onto Keen. Cover in the backline in trouble, but Hybrid is not. And he's got the Crescendum and the Calibrum tearing through AFvsAPK Freaks right here. Jelly's going to be his next target. Spirit wondering what the hell he's supposed to do, and the answer, my friend, is to head to the Death Chamber and take a rest, because there was no answer to what Hybrid was doing to his team. And Ixu walking after Fly with so many swords, more swords than any Mordekaiser has had in any other game, as Fly just says, I need to go back home, I don't know what to do, and Hybrid's gonna find him.
And honestly, AFvsAPK, and what a bizarre turn of events. They start the Baron prematurely for no reason. Ocean Drake was coming up. They had stable lane states because the Mordekaiser wasn't in a position to restart split pushing yet. And they just decided they didn't want to keep up this song and a dance that should have been so beneficial for them. In APK, we're going to 2-0 AFvsAPK.
Yep, it happened.